What's up YouTube, my name's Kenneth. Today I've got a solve video of the Crazy Pill. If you saw my unboxing, you'll know that I got this Crazy Pill from Crazy Bad Cuber himself. He sent it to me as a gift, and anyway, if you want, you can check that out, but you don't have to. So I thought I would do something a little different in this video because it takes so long to solve. I asked you guys on Facebook to give me questions so that I can answer some questions during this video. And if you don't follow me on Facebook, go ahead and check out my Facebook page. You can like it and join the conversation. You can help me out next time we do something like this. If you're interested in how I'm solving the puzzle, I'll put some information down in the description, so check there. I'm also going to put titles on the screen letting you know what part of the solve I am working on it. With that said, I'm going to start answering your guys' questions. Now, I did get a lot, so I'm going to try to answer them as quickly and as fast as I can to get through as many as possible. So let's start. How many cubes do you own? Well, I don't know, probably 150, something like that. What's your favorite cube? I would have to say my 3x3x5 that I made. I think that's my favorite. When was the first time you touched a cube? That was in the early 80s, probably 83, 84, I don't know, something like that. The Rubik's Cube was huge. We had one in our house, and I remember taking the stickers off when I was very young. I know a lot of people say that, but I did do that, and I put them back, and I showed my mom, and she couldn't believe I solved it, but she quickly noticed that the stickers were peeling up and quickly ruined that puzzle just because we pulled up the stickers. Why is your name redKB? Well, that's because my nickname in high school was red, and my favorite color is red. I like solving the red side first off a Rubik's Cube, and so that's what explains the redKB. That's my initials. Have you ever entered a competition? Yes, I was in the. I went to the World Championships in 2003. I placed 25th in the world. Then I went to a few other competitions in 2004 and 2005 at Caltech, and quickly the cubing community surpassed my speeds, and I went from placing third place in 2004 with a time of like 24 seconds to not even near very, very good. So I was quickly surpassed. What got you into cubing? Well, I saw a puzzle sitting around and thought, hey, I should be able to solve that. I'm a smart guy, and so I went and tried to solve it. I was in college, and I couldn't solve it, and all I could do was one layer. And so after that, I went online and found a solution and quickly solved it, and I was really excited and happy about it, memorized that solution, and the rest is history. What's your favorite puzzle in the entire universe? I don't know. My 3x3x5. When did you start cubing? 2001. What's the highest order cube you've ever solved? The 7x7 is the highest I've solved. Do you think solving a 20x20 is in your league? I could do it, but would I want to do it? No, I wouldn't want to do it. It doesn't sound fun to me. If you had $1 million and only one day to spend it, how would you spend it? Oh, that's a very good question. I would probably charter a jet to Norway or Alaska or Iceland, something like that, and I would go and see the Northern Lights, and I would probably I'd probably buy a bunch of camera equipment and probably try to make a time lapse of the Northern Lights, and I would make sure to go on a time when the auroras are firing. That's what I'd probably do. So I think that would be amazing. Have you ever thought of designing a cube? If so, what is it? What was it? I've designed a cube. I've got the what do I call it? The Dos Equis cube. That's my design. I think I'm pretty proud of it. That's not that impressive, obviously. Like this Crazy Pill is much more impressive, but hey, I got one. Okay, so what's your personal best? 17 seconds. I did that in 2002, maybe 2003. I don't remember. Long time ago. How old are you? I'm 30. What YouTuber do you watch the most? Right now, probably SourceFed, I think. I probably watch that the most. Can you solve a 9x9? Yeah, I could solve a 9x9. Have I solved a 9x9? No, I don't have one. And will you ever purchase an 11x11? Maybe, I don't know. Will you go to Worlds this year to see Felix and Matt Volk? That's a good question. You know, I'd really like to. It'd be fun. It's in Vegas, and you know, that's not too far from where I live. But I don't know. I'm not planning on it now. I might already have plans. Things would really have to work out for me to go and attend, but if I did, I'd probably make a video on it, because that's what I do. Do you see yourself fading out of cubing, or do you see your cubing life just starting? Well, that's a really good question. You know, I would have never guessed that I would have been so obsessed about Rubik's Cubes for so long. I kind of am an obsessive person, and before Rubik's Cubes, I was obsessed about a lot of things. I was obsessed about juggling. I was obsessed about video games, and I was obsessed about a bunch of like tiny things that, you know, I really like to be really good at. And when Rubik's Cubes came around, I figured, hey, this is something else to be obsessed about, and you know, after a year, maybe I'll be done. And I would have never guessed it's been 10 years, and there's still stuff I'm enjoying. You know, there's things I'm still doing that I'd like to do. And so I don't know. I don't think I'm just starting, obviously, but I don't think I'm fading out either. So I don't know what my future is with cubing. Do you like bacon? Yes. Have you ever learned how to juggle? Yes. I very much enjoy juggling, and I would say pretty good at it. Have you ever thought of crossing time-lapse video with cube relating ones somehow? Oh, that's a great idea. I have thought about it. I have a few ideas, and I hope to do them. Do anyone recognize you on the streets because of your YouTubing channel, except people you know from before? Greetings from Norway. That's a great question. The answer is no, but there's been a few kind of people that have been close. One person said they thought they saw me in Yosemite, but it turned out that my twin brother, was in Yosemite, and they must have saw him. But they didn't actually go up to him and say hi. Another time, my cousin saw someone playing with a Rubik's Cube and said, "Hey, do you know who redKB is?" And they said, "Yeah, I know who redKB is." So that's kind of cool too. But I've never met someone who's known me only on YouTube. And if anyone out there sees me walking down the street, come up and say hi. Say, "What's up, redKB? My name's so-and-so." I think that would be the coolest thing. I'd love it. So go ahead and say hi if you see me. Did you go to college? If yes, where? What was your major? I did. I went to UCI and I got a degree in computer engineering. Are you ever going to learn another method for solving 3x3, and are you going to compete again? Well, I know lots of methods to solve the 3x3. I know Friedrich. I know Petrus. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. I know corners first. I guess I don't know the full methods. I don't know all the OLLs and PLLs, but I do solve F2L intuitively. I've actually been practicing a lot, and I'm improving a lot. Compete again? I don't think I'll compete again. There's a chance I might. Who knows? Maybe I'll get into blindfold cubing. That's something I've always thought was really interesting and challenging. And if anything, I'd want to try my hand at that before going back to speed cubing. I think that would be cool. Okay, talk about your interactions with Dan. How did you meet him? How do you communicate with him? Your thoughts on the documentary he made recently. I've met Dan only on the internet. We're internet buddies, I guess, and I haven't actually met him. Do you communicate with him? I do communicate with him via email and all this other electronically. Your thoughts on the documentary he made recently. It looked like he really is passionate about that, and I respect his passion and his opinions and all the hard work he put into that. His conclusions, I think, are rational conclusions. They're quite interesting. So, but I like to stay out of all that kind of stuff, so I'm going to stay out of it. How does your wife feel about your cubing hobby, and can she solve a Rubik's Cube? Well, let me start with the second part. Yes, she can solve a Rubik's Cube. I did teach her how to solve it while we were dating. I always joked that it was a mandatory thing for my wife to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube, so we're all okay there. She's a 5th grade teacher, and so she invites me to her classroom every year, and I come and talk to the kids about the Rubik's Cube, what makes it so hard to solve. I talk about the number of positions, and I like to blow their minds. And I always get a good response. The kids are always really good, and they always have a lot of questions for me, and so that's always a lot of fun. I've actually been doing that since 2005, I believe. So it's been fun. I go to actually multiple schools. I go to two schools a year at least, sometimes 3. So how does she feel about my cubing hobby? Well, I think she's very happy that it makes me happy. I think she really likes it when I show her some of the really nice comments I get, and sometimes I show her response videos that people make for me, and I show those to her, and she gets a kick out of them all. I think she likes my hobby. I do think though she wishes that I wouldn't stay up so late to make these videos. Sometimes I'm up till like 2 or even 3 or 4 a.m. So I do these videos usually Friday nights really late. In fact, tonight is going to be another late night. So I better finish this video and go to bed. Anyway, so yeah, that's a good question. All right, do you like pulling? Yes. If you've ever make a cube company, what would you name it? Be creative. I would call it redKB Cubes. Is that not creative enough? I'm sorry. Why did you start YouTube? I wanted to share with people things I had done. So that's why I started it. I wanted to show them. When I first started, it wasn't just Rubik's Cubes. I wanted to show people skimboarding. That's one of my favorite hobbies. That was my first video I ever uploaded. I wanted to show Rubik's Cube stuff. I wanted to show RC stuff, RC airplane stuff. And so I did a lot of things like that. I wanted to show time-lapse and everything else. So that's why I started YouTube. Do you play some PC or Xbox/PS3 games? I do. I play Call of Duty. I really enjoy first-person shooters. I used to play a lot of video games. I used to play Counter-Strike in college, very much so. So yeah, I used to play a lot of games. I used to be a gamer, and I still do. So I still play some first-person shooters. In your opinion, what's the best speed cube 3x3x3 right now? I don't know. There seems to be a lot of really good ones out there. I would say go for a Zancube just because that one is rock solid. But there's some other ones out, and I'm looking forward to other people's reviews and my own reviews on these puzzles to see how good they really are. Don't take my word for it right now. Look at other people's words who are, really dedicated speed cubers right now. I would say they're a little more informed on those type of puzzles. So check them out. Who is your favorite puzzle maker? Oh, that's a good question too. I'm not sure. I would probably go with Tom Z. I really like his 4x4x6. I really like the Kirby Copter. I think that's an amazing puzzle. If you're looking for a new puzzle that's challenging, I would go Kirby Copter. I think it's a really cool puzzle, and it jumbles even. So I'm not sure. I'd probably go with Tom Z right now. How many algorithms have you memorized? I would guess around 60. I'm not sure exactly. If you broke the 3x3 world record, how would you react to it? Like everyone else, I would think, what happened? How lucky did I get? Because no one would possibly believe I broke the world record, including myself. What programming language do you plan to learn next? I'm learning PHP right now. I'm also want to get back into mobile development. I was into mobile development before it was the thing to do, and now I feel like I've missed the bandwagon on that. I really want to do mobile development again. What inspired you to program computers? I guess that would be my dad. He programmed computers. Actually, my grandfather worked on some of the first computers ever made, so it kind of runs in our family. So when we release the Mosaic program, well, I've got plans for it. It's not something I had forgotten about. I hope to do something really cool with it, and I'll release it then, but not until then. So sorry. And if anyone really has a picture that they really want to be turned into Mosaic, email me the picture, and I'll turn it into a Mosaic for you. Will you unbox the Fanchi Shang Ren? I probably murdered that name, but I will be unboxing that. From 1 to 10, how much do you love cubing? 11. How do I ask a question? Like that. What is your IQ? No idea. How much in total have you spent on puzzles? Oh, good question. Maybe $1,000, $2,000? Okay. Do you think you will ever do a live chat video again? I loved when you did that. That's a good question. Do you guys want me to do more live videos? If I do, I'll probably use the new Google Hangout YouTube Live. That way most people will be notified by it if I do that. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. How do you get your channel so well known? That's a good question. I think I get asked that quite often, actually, and I think the answer to that is you have to make good content. That's all there is to it. You got to make good content consistently, and you have to be interactive with your fans. And guess what? It's going to take a long time. Your content really has to be good. You can't just be okay. It has to be good to be known. One thing I do notice with cubing channels, I hate to say it, but I think people are ageist. And if you are, a young teenager, I think, or younger even, I think you're gonna have a hard time becoming, getting a popular channel, no matter how good your content is. I think people will listen to your voice and see how it sounds, and they're gonna instantly judge you for it. And if you're a little bit older, I think you have a better chance. What are some of your proud records? Well, let's see. I did have a world record for a little bit with the Siamese cube. It was credited to me, but then it was then broken. Someone else was faster, and then the WCA said that was no longer a puzzle you could get a record in. So even all the records I got have been erased sort of from the databases and record books, but that's okay. I don't really care. That's not my most proudest record. And then I also had the American record actually in the Rubik's Magic. I solved it in 1.9 seconds. Since then, that record was completely demolished, and so my most proudest record isn't either of those. What my most proudest record is having 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think that's so mind-blowing. I'm super excited about it. Thanks, guys, for watching. I keep thinking that the people who watch my videos have been watching them for a long time, but I'm getting hundreds of subscribers each week, and I'm getting more subscribers now than I've ever gotten before. So I really want to welcome everyone who's new. I keep forgetting that I keep getting new people, so welcome to all you people who are new, and for everyone else who's been around for a while, thanks guys for watching, liking, and doing all the stuff you guys do. I really appreciate it. Here we are at the end of the solve, and I did get a pretty good time at 13:51. I solved it a bunch this week, and I was getting around 15 minutes, so the first time with the camera on me, I got 13:51. I was very happy with that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do come out with new videos at least every other weekend, and actually the last 4 weeks I've been coming out with videos weekly, and part of that has to do with me actually not having a job right now. So if you guys know of anyone hiring software engineers, I've got 7 years of experience, and I would really like to work, so let me know. Thanks guys for all that you do, and of course, have a great day.